Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today we are going to learn about bearing in trigonometry. This is your lesson 4 from 27th April to 1st of May. This topic is from chapter 9 from syllabus D3 book and it is on page 27 to 273. The methodology will be audio aids, visual aids, diagram, activity, educational videos, home assignment. The objectives of today's lesson are: recall angle properties on parallel lines, define bearing, find bearing of a point, solve problems involving bearing. In the previous lesson, we have learnt about that for any right angle triangle ACB, sin A is the ratio of opposite over hypotenuse, cos A is the ratio of adjacent over hypotenuse, tangent A is the ratio of opposite over adjacent. And we have also learnt about that we can find out the third side of a right angle triangle by applying Pythagoras theorem also. That is, hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. Dear students, we have learnt about angles on parallel line in the previous class. Let us recall few key points about it because its application will be used in bearing also. We know that when a transversal cut parallel lines, these angles are formed. Number 1, corresponding angles. Number 2, alternate angles. Number 3, co-interior angles. Now remember, corresponding angles are same in measure and they are formed on the same side of transversal and at same level. Look at your diagram. Angle B will be equals to angle F. Angle D will be equals to angle H. And on the other side of the transversal, angle A will be equals to angle E. Angle C will be equals to angle G. These all are corresponding angles and they are equal in measure. Now alternate angles. Alternate angles are equal in measure and they are formed in between the parallel lines and opposite to the transversal also. See your diagram. Angle F is equal to angle C is one of the example of alternate angle. Angle D equals to angle E is also another example of alternate angle. Now finally the co-interior angles. These angles are formed in between the parallel lines and on the same side of the transversal. Their sum is 180 degree. That is, they are supplementary. See your diagram. Here F plus D, angle F plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. And on the other side of the transversal, angle C will be angle C plus angle E will also be equals to 180 degree. What is bearing? Bearing is an angle measured from north in a clockwise direction. It is always written as 3-digit number. Here in this example, the bearing of a point A from another point O is an angle measured from north at O in a clockwise direction. So it means bearing of A from O is 050 degrees and the bearing of O from A is 230 degree. Dear students, remember one thing. For finding bearing, you need to draw north direction at the letter which is given after word from in the question, and then use properties of parallel lines to find out the unknown angle. Now let us take a question to find, uh, find the bearing of A from O, B from O from A, and O from B. See its solution on the right side of your screen. Bearing of A from O is 0.55 degree because the angle measured from north is 55 degree given to you, and this angle is taken in the clockwise direction. B part, the bearing of B from O is given by the reflex angle θ1, which will be 270 plus 25. So the bearing of B from O is 295 degree. For its C part, the bearing of O from A is given by the reflex angle θ2, which is 180 plus 55. Therefore bearing of O from A is 235 degree. Now the last part D, the bearing of O from B is given by the obtuse angle θ3, which is 90 plus 25 degree. Therefore bearing of O from B is 115 degree. Remember one thing, dear students, that you need to measure this angle in a clockwise direction from north. Remember it, please. This is a main crucial point over here, that bearing is an angle measured from north in a clockwise direction. And calculate this angle using the property of parallel lines, either by corresponding angles or interior angles or co-interior angles. Dear students, let us take another question about sail 20 km from a point P to an island Q on a bearing of 150 degree. It then sailed another 30 km on a bearing of 50 degree to a lighthouse R. Find the distance and the bearing of the lighthouse from P. See its solution on the right side of your screen. For finding the distance, we just need to find out the angle Q in the triangle. And for finding angle Q, remember one part is 50 degree and the other part will be on the left side of the north, it will be 30 degree due to alternate angles. So angle PQR will be equals to 30 plus 50, that is equal to 80 degree. Now since you know the two sides and its included angle, that is 20 km and 30 km, and its included angle at Q, that is 80 degree. So you can easily find out the length PR with the help of law of cosine. PR square will be equals to 20 square plus 30 square minus 2 times 20 into 30 into cos 80 degree. Calculate it with the help of calculator, and finally you will get the length PR equals to 33 km to 3 significant figures. Therefore the lighthouse is 33 km away from P. Now we will find out the bearing of bearing of R from P. For that purpose, you need to find out the angle QPR. Now you can apply the sine rule. Sine angle QPR over 30 will be equals to sine 80 over 33.05. Simplify it with the help of calculator and find out the value of angle QPR, which will be equal to sine inverse 0.8940, and finally you will get 63.39 degrees. Now finally the bearing of lighthouse from P will be 150 minus 63.39, that is 86.61 degrees. Summary. What are the angles on parallel lines? What is bearing? Solve problems involving bearing. Dear students, don't forget to watch a video. Home assignment. Solve exercise 9B, question 1 to 6, 11, 12 and 13 from syllabus D3 book.